Hey now, what is up everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka ReviewKingMB, and I am still catching up on 2016 films that I was curious about, but I didn't get a chance to watch until right now. Next up, I just got done watching Zootopia. Yes, Zootopia is a 2016 Disney animated film that was directed by 3 different people. Byron Howard, Rich Moore, and Jared Bush. That's, when you think about animated movies, you don't realize or probably even fully understand how or why it takes 3 people to direct an animated movie. Obviously, a lot of things go into it. The plot is we meet Judy Hobbs, who is a little bunny rabbit. She grew up always wanting to be a cop. She wanted to make a difference. She wanted to make animals out there happy and feel safe and make a difference in the world. So when she grows up, she finally is able to go off to Zootopia. Zootopia is like the big time town of the world, and this is where all of these animals come and live together, and she's working her way up the system until she gets a case where somebody goes missing. So she gets the help of a fox named Nick Wilde, and the 2 of them are on this case. And this movie, I loved this movie. I did. And it's funny, I guess the reason why I did not watch Zootopia initially in the theaters when it came out was because for some reason I'm not the biggest animated person. It's not because when I watch animated movies I don't like them, or I scoff at them, or I laugh at them and say, haha, you're beneath me. It's just, there's something about animated movies that I just don't, they're not first on my list. They're not on my priority. It's just as far as when I think about movies that I'm looking forward to or want to see. But when I finally do every once in a while get a chance to watch one, I usually do like them. Maybe there's a small percentage, small part of my brain that thinks, oh, animated movies, they're for kids. Like, they're just not on my mind. But I will say with this movie, I feel like in a lot of ways, I'm missing out. I'm missing out on probably a lot of great animated movies that's come out. I haven't really watched animated movies like that since I was a kid, but this showed me that I need to open my eyes, open myself up to watching more of these films, especially if they're anywhere near the quality that I got with Zootopia. First things first, I want to talk about Judy Hobbs, probably the cutest main character that I've ever seen. I mean, yeah, she's a little bunny rabbit, so I'm not saying cute in a way like I'm attracted to her. That's weird. I'm saying that just this character, how nice she was, how hopeful she was, even at the very beginning of the movie where you see that she's like 9 years old and she gets attacked by a fox because she's trying to help some animals out there, and you feel for this girl, but she doesn't let it get her down. She still wants to be who she wants to be. Seeing the montage of her becoming a cop and going through the training and overcoming, you could have made a whole movie about that, really, and I think any other studio probably would have made a whole movie just about that. But no, Disney, I guess at least in this case, they had so much more story to tell, a lot deeper of a story. But all of that made me like this little bunny. She is voiced by Jennifer Goodwin. And when she meets Nick Wilde, who is a fox, and he is voiced by Jason Bateman, it's just, it goes up a notch, especially with the comedy, the humor. I love their dynamic and just how instantly she kind of convinces him to go along with her on this case. But I like it because he's a smart ass and he doesn't really think too much of her. And at first it might seem like he's being a dick, but obviously there's a little bit more to him than that. And it's just, I like these 2 together. I do. I feel like if there ever is a sequel or anything, these 2 are probably going to hook up. That's how well they gelled together. That's how well the chemistry was. And I'm talking about these characters who are animals like they're people, which is weird maybe, but when you watch this movie, you see this world, you see these animals who are just living like people. They're living in towns, they're wearing clothes, they're talking, they're doing things that people do. And it's kind of crazy at first. You're fascinated by just how their lives work and how their society is, technology, and just everything. It's fascinating to see animals do what people do. But once you get past that, it just becomes normal, and you just go along with it. And some of the other voice actors, the cast, you have Chief Bogo, who the only voice actor that I instantly recognize his voice. He's voiced by Idris Elba. For some reason, I just know that guy's voice, and it instantly stuck out. And again, he was kind of a dick to the bunny, but you get it. There is going to be some prejudice against a little bunny that wants to be a cop, and no one's going to take her seriously. And they first put her on like parking ticket patrol, and again, no one takes her seriously. The mayor, Mayor Lionheart, is voiced by J.K. Simmons, who I really liked a lot. But everything about these animals, especially like even the Lionheart, like the design is great. Like, I love how each animal has their own distinct look to them, and they all stand out from each other. I love seeing how some are bigger and broader than others, and especially in comparison to Judy Hobbs. And the animation is amazing. Again, I said that I haven't been watching as much animated movies as I am now ashamed to say, but I will say, watching this, it looks gorgeous. It seems like if the effort's there, if the budget's there, if it's Disney, I guess, they go above and beyond as far as the quality, the details, the CGI. It's just, it looks great. It looks flawless. It's a world that I want to live in. And also, it's just really funny. Again, I found myself laughing hard at a lot of this stuff. And especially doing this 2016 catch-up reviews, watching these movies. Some of them have been comedies, and a lot of the comedies have failed. They have failed this city so many times with the lack of material, the lackluster scripts, and just the lack of jokes. But it takes a Disney animated movie that essentially, in theory, is for kids. But I'm watching this film and I'm laughing hard. I'm laughing at so many scenes, not just the dynamic between the fox and the bunny, or just several scenes and several just quick jokes and dialogue and stuff. But the Godfather scene was hilarious. Awesome. I loved it. But also the sloth scene. I know it was in the trailer. In fact, practically the whole scene was in the trailers and the promotion. And I think everybody going into the movie had already seen that scene, including me. But watching the movie and seeing the scene, it still made me laugh. It still brought the hardest laughs for me. I was almost in tears laughing. All of that was great. And this script is so goddamn smart. I just could not believe that we went to that level where this movie starts to deal with racism, at least with animals, and how certain aspects of certain animals look at, in theory, predatory animals, and just, it went to that level. It went to a level that was smarter, that if it is for kids, it's going to educate kids. It's just, it went above and beyond as far as an animated movie, as far as a kid's movie, as far as a movie in general. I love this movie. This is definitely, without a doubt, making my best of list overall. I'm so glad that I watched this movie. I'm so glad I listened to the people who did recommend this movie to me. I enjoyed it. I'm giving this movie a better than sex. Yes, Zootopia, you are a better than sex. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments below if you too saw Zootopia. What did you think of it? Like, comment, subscribe. Later!